does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face. I stood and wait because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, and if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome, Lord Bass, to the stream while you're AFK, and welcome, Cadence. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just loading up the game now. I should have done that a little while ago, and that is very loud. I'm just gonna turn that down. Music volume should not be that high. It's a game I had installed on my computer for a while, so that's why. Hey Kata, welcome to the stream. So I am playing Crimson Grey, as you can see. Let's just start. Oh, achievement unlocked. Definitely romance. Okay, so I will try not to suck so much at reading. I'm sorry you didn't join right away. You're dealing with some issues. No, that's completely fine. This is literally just the start of the stream. Only just started streaming. Anyway, John had always thought to himself as a stable person. Need help with anything? Welcome back, Lord Barris. Wait, Alex? Oh, you talk about Shogos. His ability worked out well when he was just trying not to let little things get him down. It's so great when everything was crumbling around him. when the entire world started seeming grey and flat. Then he began wondering if all the stability would kill him, and if he would care when it did. Oh, yes, Cadence. There weren't just any highs or lows anymore. Whatever happened to him, John didn't feel happy or sad. He just... Hey, what are you doing spacing out, man? Yeah, I will try my best to read, but when I start streaming, my brain just goes, nope. Will not be able to read. And I'll try and look at chat as much as I can. You're a real head case these days, John. You going to float away on us? Sorry, just distracted. But whose classmate won? You weren't even really friends. You were friends with the happy-go-lucky person he'd been at the beginning of high school. These days, joked about him being no fun. It was more than a joke. They'd get tired of him, find someone else, and then he'd be alone. He wasn't sure whether or not that would be worse. Whoa, is that creepy chick staring at us? I think she is. Who's that? There's a classmate too now. I don't know who they are. Like, I know Mike played this game a couple months ago. I just never watched those videos, so I have no idea what this game is going to throw at me. Lizzie Doss. They're minor characters. Oh, okay. So they're not that important. Lizzie Doss, I think. In our year, right? John, doesn't she have math with you or something? It took John a second to even register the question. They were staring at some girl who was staring back at them. This must be the main heroine, Lizzie Doss. You know, I only just found out her name. Yep, we hit 1.9k. 90 something more to go, and then we hit the big 2,000. She looked the same as all the other girls at the school. Shyer, maybe. She could probably hear them talking about her. He wanted to say something, but kept silent. You'll just go to your friend's account so you can listen in the background. Alright, Carter? Damn, she really is staring. Is she staring at us or John? I think it's him. Haha. I know my reading sucks. I apologize. Welcome back. You think she's a stalker? Yeah, those are some crazy eyes. You better watch out, John. I mean, they look like normal anime eyes to me. You're a real sad sack these days. You can do better than her. Shut up! The words were past his lips before he could stop them. Why did he have to open his mouth now? Of all times. He couldn't let them keep talking about her like that. People called him creepy or crazy all the time, and he hated it. After those 2 words, he just stood there like an idiot. Even when something mattered to him, he couldn't pull himself together. What's wrong with you, man? Don't say things like that about people you don't know. You're just hanging out up here like we are. No, she's giving us some serious crazy eyes. Leave her alone, okay? She hasn't done anything to you. Sheesh, okay, man. Think she's gonna fall in love with you as a handsome protector or something? Or is that knight in shining armor routine I've heard so much about? If you guys don't know what it is, you should Google it or something. Ah, that'd be just like John. Wanna talk to the crazy girl? Be our guest. We're heading back to class. Don't wait up, ma'am. The way her eyes moved, John thought she was focused on him so intensely that she might have not even heard what the others said. Did it even bother her? He wished he could be like that, instead of the smallest of things sending him crashing into a state of worthlessness. But I can feel my throat like drying up already. Jeez. How does Mike does it? He plays like visual novels. Maybe she was like him. She's capable of hiding it. John cleared his throat and walked up to check on her. Hey, sorry about them. They can be blank sometimes. Well, I guess I don't have a lot to say. Sorry if we bothered you. John slunk away and cursed his own idiocy. She had been fine without him. He just made everything worse. There had been something hard in her eyes, a strength he didn't have. He had probably been projecting all his weaknesses onto her in the first place. She wasn't like him, wasn't broken. She could shrug off the things his friends had said and get on with her life. At least that meant she could shrug off his annoyance too. She'd probably just forget all about him. Oh yeah, I should probably say this as well. I am game sharing with Mike, so if Mike decides to actually play a game of his, then I will get kicked off of this game. So this stream is going on because Mike isn't playing his games at the moment. Let's hope for the best. He starts playing his games when I finish streaming. Now back to the game. Thank you. Oh, she spoke. So kind. Such a kind person. Kindest person. The only person. Oh, that sounds creepy. The first line she says in this game is kind of creepy. And look at that face too. Such a creep. Just a creepy smile on her face. Yeah, I did hear that she was a yandere. I could tell by Mike's titles when he played this game. I found you. I finally found you. I found you, I found you, I found you, found you. Jesus Christ. This is getting creepy already. What? The teacher's voice was incomprehensible. John knew he must be picking up on some level. He wasn't sure how. Even though he stumbled through every day, he was doing okay in school. It seemed normal whenever he wanted to. Just didn't feel worth it. That was almost the worst part. It seemed normal, even though nothing was normal anymore. It wouldn't ever be normal again. What did Mrs. Smith say? High-functioning depression, such an awful, empty phrase. I've never heard that term before, high-functioning depression. Never heard that saying before. I feel John too. At least class is over now. He go home, sleepwalk through his assignment, then fall unconscious. At least for a few hours, he could... Oh, she's back. Then he became aware of her. She was watching him. That is how his yandere days had begun. Maybe she wanted to thank him. No. He was being stupid. He did nothing worth thanking. Soon. She's going to consume John. I think that's what's going to happen. More likely she wanted something from him. Or, most likely of all, maybe she didn't care about him and he was imagining the whole thing. Still staring though. I'm going to smile at her. I have to be polite. Her expression was impossible to read. Was she shy? Was she embarrassed for him? Either way, he doubted it mattered. He needed to get to his appointment anyway. You know, Mrs. Smith getting mad at him again. Home at home. Mrs. Smith was the only people John could focus on. He wasn't sure how much good she actually did him aside from prescribing him medicine. At least she tried to help. Yeah, at least she tried to help him. John, you're not looking so bad today. Did something happen? She thick. Sorry, I had to say that. I had to say that. You eating chocolate? Oh, I have a packet of cookies. Thick with 2 capital C's. A boy your age ought to be more interested in girls. Are you dating someone? No, I can't focus on people. You know, I have to read that right. No, I can't focus on people. Yeah, for support. Bye. Okay, Melissa, thank you for joining anyway. Maybe I should prescribe you something for that. We don't have any on hand now, but I can get it quickly. That's the advantage of having a Koi Tech in town. I don't want to take this medicine anymore. I don't think it's working. The Paxatine? 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 Oh, you were kidding. Well, welcome to the stream. What do you mean means romance in Japanese? I know that. I knew that from anime. I watch a lot of animes. I feel worse. Everything is so grey. Voices just echo. Can't I go back to a generic medicine? Yes, I am a weeb. I have a lot of anime figures that you can't see in the webcam. That's about it. When you're getting used to medication, there can be sometimes initial side effects. Sometimes things have to get worse before they can get better, okay? I mean, yes, it's accurate. Well, he heard that he was too broken for any drug to fix. It was worthless, even the newest drug from Koitek didn't do anything. I'll renew your Paxatine prescription. And see about getting you a complimentary drug. We'll figure this out yet, John. Now, when you lie down over there, we can begin our session. Good. Get comfortable. Don't subscribe. Exactly. Don't subscribe to Bijou Mike. Subscribe to Always Room for Luke. Oh, I heard Always Room for Luke is more of a weeb than Bijou Mike is. Nah, just subscribe to Always Room for Luke. Now, when you lie down over there, we can begin our session. I've already read that. It was a normal day. The Spirit. The Spirit. That's actually quite funny, the Spirit. That's actually the term we use in the spirit world. Get out of here, you Spirit. You've been subscribed to Always Zoom Fluke since you were born. Man, you knew about Always Zoom Fluke before I knew about Always Zoom Fluke. That's impressive. Finally, or too soon. It was over. Mrs. Smith told him he was doing well and sent him on his way. He slumped back home. The house is empty, like it always was. Ever since his mother left, his father spent all his time working. He did his homework, and he ate, cleaned the dishes, he sat down in front of the TV, and stared at it without turning it on. I mean, I think we've all done that. We've all just stared at a TV without turning it on. I have anyway. Somehow he dragged himself into bed and fell asleep. The routine used to be comforting, now was starting to erode his sanity. There's no room for salads here. Exactly right, Melissa. If you're out of snacks, go get some more snacks. There's always room for more snacks. But no, it was nothing. Of course it wasn't. He really was losing it. But am I really, though? Am I really a snack? He had to face it somehow. It seemed impossible until the moment he finally stumbled into class. School was the usual mindless buzz. There was a job fair announced in the third period, as if that meant anything at all. Job fairs suck. I've been to many of them, they are terrible. Almost everyone in the school would either go to work for Koitak, move away, stay in town and become unemployed. John wondered which one of those would happen to him, from a distance, as if he was thinking about some person he barely knew. His grades were good enough to get into Koitak, but the process was so competitive. No, he didn't have enough energy for that. I can understand that. I feel you, John. I feel you. Couldn't imagine moving away, looking for a job in a strange city. And streaming visual novels is tough because my throat just goes all dry all the time. Well, I have strawberry milk right here. Strawberry is the best flavour. Saying. His father wouldn't support him. His mother didn't want him. Once he graduated, there'd be no way he could stay with either of them. Chocolate is better. That I have to disagree. Alright. Have fun. What happened to him then? Would he just become homeless? Sit there on the streets begging for change until one night he froze to death? Maybe that was all he deserved. John, are you alright? Sorry sir. I'm paying attention, honestly. I didn't ask that. I asked if you're alright. I'm fine. Well, be sure to talk to the counsellor if you're feeling bad. Alright? We're lucky to have someone like Mrs. Smith with us. Oh, the Yandere. He had to keep it together. He remembered the lessons. If he was starting to think something was wrong, his control was slipping. Welcome back. He had enough time to visit his locker between periods. There was more Paxatin there. Still had an extra dose left for the day. His locker was on the bottom row, so he always had to bend down, and his piece of paper set in the middle of his locker. Is that a love letter? It has to be a love letter. Oh, it's not a love letter. That's all it said. Nothing on the back side. No other clues. Probably a girl's handwriting. Who left it? I mean, it's very fancy handwriting. There's only one person it can be with very fancy handwriting, and that would be the Yandere. Lizzie something. Hey, do you see anyone messing with my locker? Did something get stolen? There's way too many guys around here for me to notice. Accurate. Might have been a girl leaving a note. Like a love note? Ah, keep dreaming, John. You think a girl is gonna love your sorry ass? I mean, that's kind of rude. Lizzie Doss, that's the one. No, of course no one could love him. Sad. I feel you though, John. So you didn't see anyone? Okay, thanks. Hey, John, you gonna tell me she's a Canadian? What? Heading back to class. See you later. And she's really hot, right? Your imaginary girlfriend sounds amazing. He didn't say anything. John knew he would probably just take some more Paxatine, head back to class. Yet, he was holding on to the paper. Not sure why. Could it be a prank? One of the guys trying to trick him. Why did that just close down? God damn it! Stop closing down. If so, probably followed by another fake note. Ask him to come out under that stupid confession tree. They let him wait and then laugh at him. And she's back. Lizzie Doss. Just for a moment, he saw the girl watching him. Could it have been her? Maybe. I mean, it's a good possibility. It could be Lizzie. By the time he got to class, John had a new theory. Felt sorry for him. Must have looked pretty pathetic. And she recognized his misguided good intentions enough to feel pity. I hope I'm doing a good job reading all this. Visual novels are tough. I don't know how BG Mike does it. The rest of the school day passes in more of a blur than usual. Might be delusional. Part of John still hoped it wasn't a prank. Headed to his locker, not daring to imagine anything, and there was another paper waiting there for him. It's another one. They shouldn't say those things about you. Oh, the creepy music has started. Oh, blank. I'm not family friendly. Family friendly on this channel. It didn't even look like the same person's handwriting. The first had been beautiful calligraphy. This one was a hurried scrawl. It was a prank. He no longer had any idea where they were going with this. He'd already been beating himself up over saying the wrong thing. This was too much for John. He headed straight home to get some sleep before he cracked completely. Oh, what's gonna happen? The next day, John went as early as possible and approached his locker anxiously. He wasn't sure what he wanted to find. That's not creepy at all. There was no note this time. It was a chocolate heart wrapped in foil, set in exactly the center of the bottom of his locker. John stared at it for a while, then slipped into his pocket and headed to class, even though he knew he would be far too early. Why has his music gotten more intense? Can you guys hear this music? What's going on with this? Like, it's really loud for me. What is this? So welcome, I am playing a game called Crimson Grey. A visual novel about a yandere, I think. And you should be able to hear the music now. You're bored. Well, I'm sorry that my stream is boring you. I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible, and I hope it's not me that's boring you. This music has gotten so intense. There was no way he could eat it. If it was really a prank, they might have slipped a laxative or something inside of it. That was the kind of thing his friends thought was funny. If it was that girl. Didn't matter now. What mattered was that someone clearly knew his locker combination and get him whatever they wanted. That could be a real problem. Then change the combination. It's not that hard. He knew he should come up with a solution before tomorrow. But what? Replace the lock. I think... No, what if... A part of me just wants to try and keep watch of the locker. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Try and keep watch on the locker. John spent the whole day near the door, hanging out in the hallway, trying to catch a glimpse of someone messing with his locker. He didn't see anyone. There weren't any new messages either. Periodically, throughout the day, he felt certain that someone was watching him. I could never tell who. John lingered at school until he was basically the last student, seeing no one. When he finally went home, though, the sense of being watched just intensified until he went to sleep. Okay, this is getting creepy. I like it. When he woke up the next day, he felt a little better. Things would be fine so long as he kept everything in perspective. Maybe. Making an effort to set the mystery of the locker aside, John went with his friends to the rooftop for lunch. He spread out on one side, enjoying the sight of the trees below. Oh, she's back! Midway through the meaningless conversation, John noticed that Lizzie was watching him from the far side of the roof. Her gaze was even more intense than before. So he uncomfortably tried to ignore her and focus on the conversation. Looks like the confession tree is in full bloom, huh? You really believe those stories? True love and all that? It works, man. I got a buddy who just graduated. He swears he got so much... I am not reading that last part. I'm trying to be family friendly here, and this game is not helping. That's funny though. That is funny. Well, if he kept doing it, then it's not true love, is it? Come on, people have been confessing there for years. You think everyone would confess under the tree if it did nothing? It gets worse, Luke. I'm kind of looking forward to it, but then again, it could. I mean, I'm not partnered just yet. It's not going to have any effect on me at the moment. It's fine. But I am trying to be as family friendly as possible, so I won't be saying it. I'm close though. I'm close to being partnered. I hope. Come on, people have been confessing there for years. I've already read this part. Nah, man, I think it's a tree of lust. Doesn't guarantee true love. Just getting laid. Oh, nice. Where can I find this tree? If that was true, way more guys would be into it. It's mostly girls from what I've seen. What do you think, John? I don't know. No. Aren't you underage? That would just be weird, and I don't want to get arrested. Yeah, like that crazy stalker chick. It'd make your heart go all aflutter if she confessed, wouldn't it? The tree is magic, man. I'm telling you. Even if a sad sack like you can get lucky if you confess there. Don't be stupid. It's just a tree. Whoa. Someone has their panties in a twist. I'm telling you, everyone goes there. What is that, T? Only because people like you keep telling those stories. There's nothing magic about the tree. People just believe it's special because everyone else says it is. Pantsu. Don't get your pantsu in a twist. Girls think the tree is romantic, so of course they're more likely to agree there. Guys have to turn someone down in front of an audience. That's all it is. Damn, man, what is wrong with you today? With an attitude like that, you're never gonna get a girl. Ah, you insulted the tree. They'll cockblock you now. I mean, is it really? And she just came out of nowhere. That day, John couldn't get to his therapy appointment fast enough. Mrs. Smith smiled at him. He came in, but immediately saw he was unhappy. Are you okay, John? Perhaps you should be on a stronger formulation. No. Well, our session should make you feel better. Lie down and get comfortable. Mrs. Smith, does Paxatine have any visual side effects? I should hope not. Koitek has the highest of standards for every drug it puts out. Paxatine is nearing its final clinical trials. You having any vision problems? John laid back and stared out the window. Was he really seeing differently? Was it all in his head? He stared at a long time before he opened his mouth and just started talking. Everything just feels so grey. So you are having vision problems. Not literally grey, it's just the sky today. I remember when I was younger, I thought the clouds were beautiful. Now it's like there's just nothing there. Nothing matters. I look up, I just don't care. That sounds more likely to be a mental issue then. Why don't we get you more relaxed and talk about it? I mean, it's nothing new for my stream then if it's a dead stream. I bet if I streamed Yandere Simulator it wouldn't be that dead. It's I don't know what to stream on the Yandere Simulator. This session went by in a flash. Head home. More than usual, yeah. Are there any like new updates on Yandere Simulator that I just don't know about? When he arrived, he found a huge crowd standing and staring. What's going on? You know that tree students like to confess under? The words made John shiver, even though he wasn't entirely sure why. He shifted to look through the crowd and then he saw it. Oh, damn! The tree has been burnt down by someone. What happened? Cops come to check it out, but the shop teacher said it looked like arson. Someone covered the tree in gasoline and burnt it down. I mean, it's woods. You don't need to cover the tree in gasoline. See, this is why we need cameras. I've been telling the principal for years. Does he listen to me? No. No one thinks. The words slipped off his mind and John turned away without even saying goodbye. Not entirely sure what he was doing. He stumbled straight to his locker. He opened the locker and discovered a folded note, set in the exact center like always. He stared there for a long moment before unfolding it, with trembling hands. Oh dear, what's gonna happen? I didn't like that tree either. Angry face. He stared at the words as if they were a foreign language, wishing he could avoid understanding the conclusion. I didn't like that tree either. It was her. It had to be. None of his friends would be that insane. And what would that point of a prank be like that? What was the point of her? What did she think she'd accomplished? Did he tell someone? This wasn't exactly evident. And did he really want her to get in that much trouble? John decided he was being stupid like usual. He just needed to talk to her and find out exactly what was going on. Put an end to this. That day, whenever he was in the hallways, he could feel her eyes on him. With every passing moment, he became more sure that he had burned the tree down. That she had burned the tree down. He wondered if a normal person would be afraid now, but for him, it barely penetrated his numbness. He just wanted to find out what was wrong and put an end to it. It took until after school for him to find his chances. When the teacher handed out assignments, he volunteered to clean the roof. They've left Light Music Club's voice lines in. Okay. Guess I'll check it out soon then, maybe Thursday. He turned, and to his shock, she was already coming up the ladder behind him. Reaching the top, she held her hands close to her chest, shuffled her feet demurely. But there was a spark in her eye. Hello, Lizzie. You never going to greet me? Hello? Ah, I said it. Why are you following me? Because This girl really have burned down the tree? It didn't seem like she had it in her. Were you the one leaving me notes in my locker? Yes? How'd you know my combination? I watched you. This is getting creepy, I like it. Why were you watching? Who else would do that for you? Is there another girl? Do I have to kill another girl? No, you wouldn't do that. Surely not. John realized that he was in way over his head, yet his mouth was still moving, asking the inevitable question. Why did you burn it down? Because it was a stupid tree. You're so smart. You said it just right. It was awful and stupid, and I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I quite like Lizzie, to be fair. She's quite the interesting character. Oh no, Salad Senpai. She is definitely not a tsundere. It's all because of you, John. I could never do what needed to be done before. Now I can. He wasn't stable. She wasn't even close. What had he gotten himself into? I finally found you. You're the only one for me. He's definitely not a tsundere. Part of him knew that he should do something, run away, call for help, yet. Why? Huh? Why do you care about me? How can you ask that? You're the best person. The only person. BS. I'm just another high school boy. No, not even that. I'm worthless. Oh, she's striking that pose where she's just adamant in a question what she's saying. No. Don't say that. It's not true. It's not. Thick with 2 C's, Salad Senpai. I'm broken. My brain doesn't work right, and even the strongest drugs don't make a difference. No, that's not true. John is perfect. Perfect. How can... John is perfect. How can you say these things? The way her words flowed together, addressing him directly one moment, and in third person the next, bothered him almost as much as the look in her eye. Whatever her issue was, went deep. You're gonna cry? It looks like she's gonna cry. It does look like it. But then again, she could go crazy. You never know with Yanderes. You're not well, Lizzie. You need help. You said my name. I can't help you. I'm not worth anything to anyone. Just forget about me and find someone else care about. No, I could never. You're the only person who matters, John. There is no DDLC on this channel. This channel is a safe haven. People who don't like DDLC. And people who like DDLC, I don't judge. I mean, I need all the views I can get. But just so you know, I'm not going to be playing DDLC. I did play it when it first came out, and personally I found it boring. That's just my opinion on the game. But why? You don't even know me. You don't care about me. I'm just part of your problem. No. It would be better if I was gone. Maybe you get better then. You show that? That's not true. It's not. I love you, John. I've always loved you. I've watched you, always. So good and kind and perfect, and even to a girl like me. He could barely even listen to her words. John found himself wandering closer and closer to the side of the building, and she followed him automatically. I did not know you could do that. With the scroll wheel, you can go back. Look at that face when I scroll back. So sad, but you're so kind. Yeah, exactly. Like, sinister face, smiley face. I can't help you. You want to help yourself, you need to forget about me, get real help. No, don't say that. You're confused. Yes, confused. Poor John is so depressed. He's not thinking straight. He doesn't understand how much I love him. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so when she pulled out the knife, that sound literally just jump scared me. I just got jump scared in a visual novel. Whoa, we can talk about this, Lizzie. We can talk about this. Put the knife away. The world froze for a moment as the knife glinted. All he could do was stare at his edge. Just need someone to take care of you. I'll stop everyone who says unkind things about you. I don't know, Salad Senpai. Might have had it in her pantsuit. No, I should just take you home and keep you there. Safe. Yes. Just need some help. Where the hell had she gotten the knife? Did she actually use it on him? A second later, John realized that it was a foolish thought. This girl has burned down the tree because he said he was stupid. He had no idea if there were any limits on what she might do. Yes, locks in basement. Yes, but what is underneath the skirt? And I'm a weeb. I have to. I mean, I have. These are futanari. Ah, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. And would that really matter? He'd spent nights lying in bed, wishing he'd never been born. Wishing he had a way to end it all. Ah, you can't threaten me, John. Get away from the edge, it's not safe. I mean, I don't know if she would stick it up there. It's a knife, it would hurt. Unless she doesn't feel any pain. Johnny, listen to Papa now. He took several steps to the very edge before she could stop him and turn around to face her. The back end of his shoe hung off the edge of the building, nothing between him and a fatal fall. My life matters so much to you. Stop toying around with me. No, you don't understand. What do you even want? To stab me until I'm yours forever? Is that it? Never. John is so good and kind. I'll never need to stab him. Please come away. I'll take good care of you. You can't. She cries you out to the streets. I hope she doesn't cry. Maybe you have good intentions, but need help. Unless you get it, you can only hurt me. I will. Whatever you want, I promise. Just don't hurt yourself. It was a lie, of course. Just saying whatever it took to get him to step away from the edge. It's exactly how he imagined it would go. He'd stand at the edge and everyone would say all kind kinds of lies about how much he mattered to them. Because they'd care for the first time. Not about him, but about the idea of him. But look in her eyes. That couldn't be faked. It might be a twisted love. She loved him utterly. I needed help too. Maybe he could be the one to help her, assuming she didn't stab him. Oh, I don't like coconut. I'm kind of allergic to coconut. Because the last time I actually had something with coconut in, I was ill. What the hell was he living for anyway? Lizzie, make a promise with me. Promise? I'll step away. I'll talk to you. I'll let you leave notes in my locker or whatever it is you want. You have to listen to me and get some help. Can you do that? You promise? You promise you won't leave me if I say yes? John, well, I'm stepping away from the edge now. Lizzie, stab. I won't leave you, Lizzie. Forever? The answer stuck in his throat and he hesitated, wondering if he wasn't making a mistake, saying too much, but in the end, he swallowed and nodded. Oh boy. Forever. Fangirlish screams. Ah! I can't do those high-pitched fangirl screams. Now set down the knife and I'll... Whoops. As he started to step away, John lost his balance and fell backwards. Suddenly he was in a freefall, nothing between him and a cold pavement. Now that is a very creepy image. Look at her face. Looks like she's gonna kill someone. At that moment, Lizzie lunged forward insanely fast and grabbed his wrists. Impossibly, she held him up. Her body was thin, yet somehow she had stopped his fall and held him up with one hand. Her eyes had a mixture of unstable fear and twisted desire. In that moment, he knew with absolute certainty that if he had fallen, she would have thrown herself off after him. Oh no. You can't die, John. You're the only one. The only one. With that same incredible strength, he pulled him back up to the rooftop. Fortunately, he had left the knife behind when she lunged to catch him, but he was still anxious about being close to her. John almost died. John, I love you. I won't let anything bad happen to you. It was clear that she was completely unstable. Was she actually dangerous? She seemed to care about him more than anything. Or he was just so pathetic that he'd latch onto anyone who showed him the slightest sign of affection. Worthless. That is exactly what I'm wondering now, Salad Senpai. Like, you can clearly see the gates. Whoops, I clicked off the game again. So yeah, you can... I'll wait for it to show up. There you go. You can clearly see the gates. On the fence. You'll keep your promise, right? Of course, of course. Then tomorrow, we'll go talk to someone. See if we can't get you some medication. Is that okay? If that's what John wants, then of course it's okay. Good. Then perhaps. Oh, I want more than that. My throat's getting dry. I need a drink again. I don't know if you guys can hear the music or not, but it's getting really creepy and faster. Yes, she wants John's babies. I love you, John. I've told you over and over. Don't you love me too? Hear it now? That's great. Because earlier, for some reason, you couldn't hear the music. At least she was asking without the knife in her hand, but what's your good answer to that question? No, you have to think about it logically. She wanted him to answer yes. That might make even worse. The risk of saying no could be ignored either, though. I'm not going to let her down gently, because that will just lead me to die. So I'm going to say yes, obviously. Lizzie, I don't know you very well, but despite all this, I think you're a good person. No. No, I'm awful. John is just being kind. I'm not answering the question. I want to get to know you better, Lizzie. Maybe then I could love you. He said it, he said it. And you've had most of Gonzi's children. It's a competition between you and Gaia. I won't question it then. I'll not question it. John desperately hoped that wasn't a mistake. He hoped this all wasn't a mistake. He hadn't been stabbed yet. And after how today had gone, that was good enough for him. Then I'll see you later, okay? I'll be watching you. But yes, later. You're not going to do anything crazy? No, John loves me. That's all that matters. We both need to get to class. We'll talk tomorrow, okay? Okay. If another girl comes up, then she dead. He's definitely gonna die if another girl comes. The rest of the day was even more of a blur than usual. Everyone's voices not even echoing in his head. John could hardly believe what he had just done. It all seemed like a dream now. Had Lizzie really pulled a knife on him? Had he really threatened to jump off the school building? I mean, that is very accurate, Salad Senpai. It all seemed like a dream now. Had Lizzie really pulled a knife on him? Had he really threatened... Yeah, I read this already. It made him wonder if he wasn't the insane one, but no. It had really happened. For better or for worse, he was stuck in the situation. Only then, he headed to bed. Did John realise that he felt strangely alive? Even better than after his therapy sessions? Maybe it was the brush with death. Maybe he was just having something to think about. Other than that, his pathetic existence, he felt almost good. Maybe that meant he was crazy too. But right now, he was just glad to sleep soundly. Watch. Next, she's gonna appear on her screen while he's waking up. Like, good morning, John Senpai. I've come to wake you up. Something like that. I'm expecting something like that to happen. Yeah, she just lives under his bed now, just until morning to wake John up. In the morning, it all seemed even more unbelievable. John sleepwalked through his routine. How certain he would find out it all be a dream. When he arrived at school, he found Lizzie waiting for him by the school entrance. She looked like she could have been waiting the entire night? That is some dedication, to be fair. That is loyalty. When she saw him, her face lit up. John, you're finally here. I've been waiting so long. Good morning. Yes, it's a wonderful morning. I spent so long too nervous to talk to you. Afraid that you would hate me. It's such a nice talk. Now that I'm barely nervous at all. How long have we been live? I have been live for an hour, pretty much. Or 55 minutes, if you're not counting the stream is starting soon page. Really soon? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm glad you've been here for this hour anyway. Or for as long as you're staying. Isn't it horrible that we have to be in different classes? Lovers shouldn't be separated like this. What are you gonna do? Murder the teachers? Will you eat lunch with me today? Please, won't you? She could sound so adorable. Normally, he'd be happy to have a girl like this ask him to eat lunch together, but... Not on the roof again? No! There might be unkind people there. He might feel sad again. I have the perfect place. Oh no. Where is it? That's a secret. I'll show you at lunchtime. My secret place is underneath your bed, John. For once, John had something to look forward to. Or dread. He wasn't sure. The minutes seemed to crawl, but until it was finally lunchtime. When he went looking for Lizzie, he had discovered that she was waiting behind him, completely silent, watching him. That's creepy at all. Hi Lizzie. Let's go. We don't need to go to the cafeteria. This way. She made lunch for him. She made lunch for him using her, what's it from that one anime? If you haven't seen the anime, A World Where the Concept of Dirty Jokes Don't Exist, then watch it. That is such a good anime. And I think the yandere in that anime called it her love juices. Yeah. It is an amazing anime. I do recommend it. Right, let me find it real quick. I can't remember the full title because it is a very long title. I think it's like a concept where... No, the world where the concept of dirty jokes don't exist. And it's such a good anime. It's so funny. Practically dragged him away from the school and onto the path onto the nearby forest. Soon, they got far enough they couldn't hear any sounds from the school. I mean, yeah, their outfits are just amazing. That's the one, Shimonetta. Like, the English title is the one that's very long. That's not a dirty pun, by the way. Saying. He was perfect, just perfect. Lizzie faced away from him, giving a soft little laugh. Then suddenly she whirled around, thrusting something towards him. Can't wait to watch it. Yes, watch it. It's so good. I can't recommend that anime enough. It has to be a knife. Or it's probably a lunchbox. A lunch... Called it. It's a lunchbox. It is lunchtime after all. I worked really hard on this. You have to eat it. You have to. Okay. Thanks, Lizzie. She gave a little squeal and promptly sat down on a small rock. It seemed she had a second lunchbox of her own. She kept it on her lap until he opened his. John was braced for a horror show. Oh god. But to his surprise, it was just normal food. It actually looked pretty good. He took a bite, and it tasted good too. John realised that Lizzie was staring at him intensely, as if her life was on the line, so he smiled at her. It's really good. Yeah, I worked so hard on it. It has love juices in it. It has her love juices in it. I'm quoting the anime that I just thought about. So, do you want to eat together, or... This is a date, isn't it? We should get to know each other more. I want to know everything about you. Well, I'm nothing special. That's not true. Let me see what to say. You've seen that so many times in Hetalia. The anime that's not hentai called Hetalia. Despite himself, John found it easy to talk to her. He was sure he was sounding like an idiot, rambling about stupid mundane topics. Yet she listened to every word with rapt attention. It was bizarre to have someone actually care about his life. His father had never had a good time. You ship Luke. You ship me and Gonsi. It has happened a couple times. Like, I've been shipped with a lot of people in my time. I think it's because my name is so easy to ship people with. Gonsi is mine and Mike's friend. And Gonsi edits videos for Mike too. Oh god, I should be scared. He knew that she wasn't well, that her obsession was probably a sickness. Yet a pathetic part of him didn't care. He was just happy to have someone paying attention to him. Only after, for a long time, he didn't realise that he was talking about himself like a self-centered jerk. She didn't seem to mind, but he still felt guilty. Rip in advance. Yes, rip me in advance. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. I can do that sometimes. Oh, don't apologise. I like listening to you talk. It's been pretty boring though. I mean, you already know a lot about me. I want to know everything about you. I've been watching you a long time. I know all the facts, but I still don't know everything. I can't see inside your head. That's where the important parts of John are. But I can't see them. I wish there was a way to crack your head open and see all the thoughts inside. John swallowed uncomfortably. You can always just ask me what I'm thinking, okay? Okay, it's so nice, John. Wait. I got something. I've had this since I was a kid, by the way. Let me see what's in your head, Senpai. I need to step back a bit. Let me see what's in your head, Senpai. I want to know everything about you. Don't ask me why I got this. It's just a toy sword. Just leave that there. Put that on that bed. Here we go. I will not be showing that sword anywhere. Don't get any ideas. So Lizzie, tell me about yourself. Oh, there's nothing to tell. I'm not important. I just want to listen to you more. Yes, but if I want to know more about you, don't you want to tell me? Ah, John is so kind. I don't deserve him. Oh, you were going to say stomach. Dude, what were you thinking, Backaperv? I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not important, but I do work for the FBI. I shouldn't have told you that, so I'm going to kill you now. So, what about your parents? I live alone now. Neither of my parents wanted me anyway. I'm sure that's not true. They probably just... You have to make me feel better. I don't mind. Arrest this man. He's got me pregnant. That's a funny video. My father never loved me anyway. Mother's dead now. I think you might have called it there. Wait, if you can't tell, I have a cold as well. My parents separated too. They never made it formal, but yeah, they're separated. Mum doesn't like to visit and Dad is always at work. What am I gonna do with What am I gonna do with the baby? We hold it like this. I'm actually not a cannibal. So I guess I'm not. I'm not gonna eat the baby. You mean they just leave you alone? How horrible. How dare they just leave you like that? Clubs. Are you in any after-school clubs? It tastes like salad. I will not be eating. I do not eat salad. And who'd want to eat Miku-chan anyway? Look how adorable Miku-chan is. She's holding a leek. 28 stab wounds. No, this is family friendly. Family friendly stream. When he wasn't putting the conversation away from troubling topics, John actually found himself enjoying their talk. Maybe he was just happy to be talking to someone and actually managing to pay attention to the conversation. He finished every bite of the lunch without thinking about it, given the way she stared at the last crumbs while he finished them. That was probably a good thing. Too late. It occurred to him that she might have tampered with the lunch. Yet, as she stared at him, so pleased that he had enjoyed it, John couldn't believe that she would do anything bad to him. As soon as he had thought that, he remembered the tree and shivered involuntarily. After school, oh, the music's back. The creepy music is back. I will not try and pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It seemed as though he was stalking him at first, but when he made eye contact, he gave him a sweet smile and skipped forward. John, let's walk home together. Do we live in the same direction? No, but don't worry, I'll walk back to my house later. You can't trick me. I can see through all those tricks. Which meant she didn't know where he lived. We really need to be more cautious. Maybe we could do something else. Remember our promise? No. What's weird is that you're underage and I don't want to be arrested. I mean, as far as I'm aware, you are. But I don't know, I might be thinking of somebody else. Maybe we could do something else. Remember our promise? I read that. Yes. Getting medicine and therapy has really helped me a lot. I hope it'll help you too. Now, I think the easiest thing to do would be to take you to Mrs. Smith. She could... No. I hate her. She's awful and she wants to take you away from me. "69 years old. Ah, I did not know that. Wait a second now. That's not true. She just wants to help. John is too nice. I can't see what kind of person she is. I have to protect him. Whoa, whoa, Lizzie. Wait, calm down. Don't want to talk to Mrs. Smith. We can do something else, alright? Okay. So probably best not to choose a woman. There had to be a male Koitek pharmacist in town. Maybe one of them could prescribe something. He really wasn't sure how that worked. He had been counting on Mrs. Smith to guide the process. Now he'd have to figure it out himself. Lizzie, I need to do a little research first. Is that okay? Okay, I'll follow you. Maybe it'd be easier if I did it myself. No, I don't like that idea. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? We can bring another lunch. I mean, it worked. Okay, see you tomorrow, John. Get working on those lunch boxes, Lizzie. He hoped the medication would help her stabilize. After all, he'd be cute if... Why exactly was he doing this? He told himself it was to help her and make sure no one got hurt. Now he's hoping she could become normal and stay with him. Pathetic. He couldn't get a girlfriend normally, so He had to take advantage of some poor girl's obsession. But now it didn't matter. She really did need help. And he might be able to get into it. It's just a question of how. Working on making baby Lizzies. Baby Johns and baby Lizzies. Try research some himself. Then he doubted he'd get any good at it. He supposed it when he'd asked if he was taking anything else, allergies or something. Darn it, he should have done that earlier. Now it's too late to. John realised that she was still following him. Of course. No thanks. I'm not interested in having kids at the moment. I'm still too young. Only 21. Let's go talk to Lizzie. Wait, why has it gone red? Why has the video output gone red? I'm confused. Is the stream okay for you guys? Don't explore the part of town where he thought he remembered the Koitek pharmacy. Oh, laggy. Yeah, it says on my other screen that the video output is low. But I do apologise if there are any... if it does start lagging a little bit. But trust me, it's worse when I try and stream Roblox. When I try and stream Roblox, it's like 1 frame every minute or two. And it's so bad. Middle-aged man gave him a perfunctory nod and listened patiently enough as John described Lizzie's symptoms without mentioning it correctly. I'd recommend Paxitine or Cerazine. Either one. No, that's not enough. Excuse me, young man. I don't think... I'm on Paxitine. It isn't that simple of a problem. I'm worried she might hurt someone. I see. Something you should tell me, young man? No, I just want to help. I wish someone had made me get some help earlier. I want to be that person for her. If the condition is serious, I do have 2 suggestions. You need a blood test to prescribe either one, though. What do you suggest? Either Nihilazine or Yandere. Yandequel or Nilazine. Fortunately, it's probably both. Don't pick Yandequil. Why, is there something wrong with Yandequil? Does it make you even more of a Yandere? Strangely, the man's words actually made John feel better. Maybe he was doing the right thing with all this. Stepping onto the street, John glanced at his watch and decided he had some more time to research his options. Which one should I do? Should I talk to Lizzie now? Why, hello, Wolfie. Welcome to the stream. Searching the library. Stopping by the library, John did his best to research possible medications among the books. He went asking the librarians for help. It felt really ineffectual. He wished there was a better way to get information. There weren't a lot of options. One of his classes, they claimed that computers would eventually make things easier. His school couldn't afford any. One of the few things he did was skim through various books about mental illness, for emphasis to symptoms like Lizzie's. Yandere syndrome. playing Roblox while you watch this. I honestly do want to stream Roblox at some point. But there's a good chance it won't work. Like, I tried it before, and it was just... wouldn't work. The case sounded much worse than anything he'd read about. All the articles suggest that most mentally ill people were non-violent. But he knew that wasn't true of Lizzie. Though there were a lot of current information about Koitek. AUD and Roblox have different problems. While Angels of Death, it's like a really tiny screen. Think of my webcam, like right now. Like the size of my webcam. That is the size, like, of the screen of Angels of Death. And when I try and make it full screen, it just won't work in OBS. Whereas Roblox, it just makes the stream really laggy. John forced himself to stop reading about that. It just made him feel worse. Instead, he focused on selecting potential drugs for Lizzie. All the sources seem to have agreed that he had already heard the strongest drugs Koitek made for conditions like this were Yandequil and Nilazine. Stayed up till 7 AM watching Dan Salvato's stream. And why didn't you just wake up early? Went to bed early, woke up early, and watched the stream. Getting late, and John realised he needed to get home quickly if he wanted to have some time for his homework. On his way back, he was sure that Lizzie was following him. He couldn't get a clear look at her. At least there's only one more day until the weekend. Friday passed faster than John had expected. Lizzie was nearby at all times, and they ate lunch together. Things were almost normal. Almost. Just when he started to get comfortable, she would give a giggle that went on a little too long, or slide her hand towards where she hid a knife, or respond far more enthusiastically than she should. Was it bad of him to think that she was actually cute despite all that? It could be nice if she wasn't so... well. John hated it when his friend suggested that he could be fun if he wasn't depressed, and that thought left an ugly knot in his stomach. When it wasn't long now, maybe she get some real help. Made it through his last class, almost slept through his session with Mrs. Smith, and headed home. John finished his homework and chores as fast as he could, went to sleep. When out in public always drained him, and he wanted to have enough energy for the weekend. He woke up too early, eyes gritty, and head still fired in half-remembered dreams. John got up to get a drink and happened to glance out the window. Oh no. Oh no, she's at the window, isn't she? Lizzie was standing outside his house with a huge smile on her face. After staring for a moment, John groaned and went back to bed. Classic John, going back to bed. The second time he woke up, the sun had already risen. He felt a little better, but not much. Normally he would stay home all weekend, but he couldn't do that if he wanted to help Lizzie. He was still standing outside his house, exactly the same place, with exactly the same cheerful expression. John brushed his teeth, got dressed, combed his hair, and realised he was acting like he was getting ready for a date. True, he had sort of accepted her confession. John decided that he was just... well, oh my god, my reading all of a sudden has gotten terrible. John decided that was just what he'd have to deal with now if he wanted to have a connection with her. Well, at least he was going out with a cute girl. He hadn't done that since middle school. And those were childish relationships. Of course, this is only the way he can get a date. Pathetic. Finishing his preparations, John headed outside. He hadn't noticed from his house, but Lizzie had gotten dressed for the occasion. Never seen her outside her school uniform. Made him hesitate for a moment. She'd obviously put effort into making herself look good, and she did. It would have been nice, if not for how it made him worry about the level of importance she was attached to the date. As soon as Lizzie saw him, the smile became even brighter than it had been while waiting. John, I'm ready! Good morning, Lizzie. Did you sleep alright? Oh, I didn't sleep. She was just waiting outside his house all night. We practically dragged him out down the street, apparently heading for the bus station, yet instead of looking forward, her gaze was fixed behind her on him. Well planned, John. It's our first date. It needs to be perfect. Sam. You should have known she'd treat it this way. It wasn't like he hadn't had enough time. Oh, I didn't sleep for 42 hours. Don't worry, there. I think the longest I stayed up for was about 32 hours. Something around there. That's the longest I stayed awake for. Do I regret it? Maybe. Been sleep deprived ever since school started. I've been sleep deprived since high school. I've left and I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not doing anything at the moment. Only streaming. God, he was such a mess. Alright, he had to think. He used to be able to think on his feet. He could do this. So I want to deal with the medication issue first for the rest of the day. The rest of the day can be fun, right? Sure, whatever you want. If we get a blood test, we'll need to wait a while. I was thinking we get the test first, then eat breakfast, then get the results. That should give us the entire rest of the day. Such a great plan, let's hurry. John was glad to hear her respond so happily, but he wondered if she would actually said that no matter what he told her. They took a bus across town for the furthest pharmacy in order to standard Koitek sampling. He had been nervous that Lizzie might react poorly to the needle, but she just smiled sweetly at him while they took a bit of her blood, then hopped back up. Look, the band-aid has little kitties on it. So cute! Hawaii! You just want to eat something now then? Yes. He walked to the nearby bakery and bought them a pair of pastries. One of the only advantages of his workaholic father was at least he had a decent amount of spending money. Lizzie held hers in both hands and began cheerfully nibbling on the end of it. She said to him while he was doing it. Okay, was it like a banana thing where it's so awkward staring at someone while eating a banana? Although I don't like bananas, so I don't really do that. I don't eat bananas. Hey Cadence, welcome back. Nom nom nom. I didn't know you could act silly. Hehe. You got an account on Club Penguin rewritten? What's Club Penguin rewritten? Nobody says nom nom nom. No, nobody says that. I don't hear you laugh very often. You usually look so sad. And that makes me sad too. And like that, his good mood crumpled. I don't care about Natsuki, Wolfie. There is no best girl. Lizzie is best girl. At the moment. I know, I'm always ruining everything. I don't know why anyone stays near me when I just... And that makes me sad, with a big smile on her face. Lizzie took his pastry and stuffed it in his mouth to shut him up. You're not depressing at all, John. Just being around you makes me feel warm inside. I want to see you smile more. When you smile, I feel like maybe everything will be alright. His attempt to talk around the pastry made Lizzie giggle, which made him laugh. Which just set off a vicious cycle. After a fit of coughing, he had lost half his pastry. He regained his good mood. It had been a long time since the emotional downturn I hadn't sent him spiraling towards depression. Lizzie grinned at him, and he smiled back at her. And all at once, he felt guilty for trying to convince her to take medication. Who was he to tell her what to do? Worse, he was manipulating her obsession like that. He was only trying to help her. Did that make it any better? The thoughts troubled him. They remained in the back of his mind. He finished eating, talking lightly. Let's go get the results, okay? No, I just want to find a way to help you, okay? Okay. He answered cheerfully. Something lightheartedness he had shared was gone, and he wasn't coming back. Swallowing, John steeled himself, and walked with her back to the pharmacy. I'll stay here. You can bring me what I need, okay? Okay, no problem. So he found the pharmacist writing something on a clipboard. When he spotted John, he immediately frowned. You're alone. I suppose that's for the best. We need to talk. Something wrong? Not sick, is she? It isn't that kind of test. It only makes snapshots of a person's current condition. I'm going through a difficult time right now. I mean, maybe a little. These are some extraordinary numbers. Most people only see those briefly. They're in the worst days of their lives. Take care of it until things pass, alright? Okay. Anything else I have to ask? Won't be comfortable. It's necessary. Have you ever gotten any sense that she might hurt herself or anyone else? My nose is so itchy all of a sudden. I hate when my nose itches all the time. It's only ever when I stream that my nose starts itching like crazy. The lie was out of his mouth. John regretted it, and too late to contradict himself. Well, keep a close eye on her. Even the gentlest person can be capable of violence under conditions like these. Is it really that bad? I thought she seemed better lately. No, there must be some recent trauma she hasn't told you about. I'm certain of it. I mean, even with numbers like these regularly, they would be completely incurable. Insane. Probably. Definitely a threat to society. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply anything. I'm sure she'll work through things and go back to normal soon. Can you prescribe anything? I can give you 2 weeks to either Yandequil or Nilazine. That should go over the rough patch. 2 weeks, can you prescribe more? I'm not without a much more extensive evaluation, but like I said, that's all you'll need. I'm sure she'll recover soon. We should be asking her directly. I'm not going to do Yandequil. Yandequil just sounds bad. Which one do you think would be best for her? Nilazine. 2 weeks of Nilazine. Coming up. Try to help her rest, okay? Yeah, okay. Heading outside. John handed the bag to Lizzie, and he had pushed pretty hard to get to this point. He would never force her to take the medication. I did Nilazine, not Yandequil. His father used to talk like that. He didn't have a choice about depression medication. Practically threatened to force feed him. Lizzie did make an issue of it all. Smiling at him, she opened the bag, took out one of the pills, and swallowed it without even taking a drink. He'd given the label a careful look though. Okay, I hope you can love me now, John. Lizzie, no, I never meant anything like that. Please don't. That didn't taste bad at all. Can we go on a date now, John? Can we? Yes, we can. Maybe on some level, he didn't mean to force her. Maybe he was repeating everything he had been done to him. Lizzie was smiling at him like that. He couldn't fall too far into depression. Instead, John smiled back and he gestured for her to follow. Without any great ideas, John thought they should go to the park. The town had a pretty nice park and it was unusually empty this time of the day. His friends always said that a movie was first best date. The best first date. He suspected they most likely wanted to try to cop a feel. Besides, he was worried Lizzie would end up watching him instead of the movie. Accurate. That is very accurate. In the park, Lizzie happily skipped along the path, often looking back to him, but at least looking at a lot of other things. As he watched, he realised that she was definitely calmer than usual. Her sweet cheerfulness seemed natural, not maniac. And she even smiled at people that passed him sometimes. Could it really be the Neelazyne with him? Practice had taken weeks to work, and whether or not it actually helped would be really unclear. Then again, Lizzie was her own case. Of course, it took more than drugs to cure a serious condition. He knew that all too well. As Mrs. Smith had said, therapy was also an important component of recovery. His had certainly helped him a lot. The third main component was social support network. And there, he completely failed to take her advice. He still spent most of his time alone in meaningless old relationships. But hey, now he was walking in a park with a girl at his age. Maybe things were looking up. And for once in his life, things went his way. Lizzie was happy to eat fast food for lunch. Didn't even try to feed him anything. Afterwards, he was pretty much out of plans, and Lizzie didn't want to stop. Fortunately, she was happy to drag him around town to see random things. In a way, he was grateful for that. He had spent all of his energy making decisions during the morning. It was an easy way to just glide along in her wake. In that way, she was a good match for him. When the sun started settling, John was actually surprised how the day really passed by that quickly. He barely dragged himself through a lot of weekends. This was a welcome change. Holy blank, is that John? With a girl? Hey guys. Is that the crazy chick you told me about? Oh yeah, that's definitely her. Are you that desperate, John? I know how much of a sad sack he's been lately. I'm pretty sure he is. Do any of you have girlfriends? You guys talk so much bull. Just leave Lizzie out of this, okay? Oh, damn you, John. If she wasn't crazy, you could never have got a girl as cute as her. She is pretty hot. I don't get why she's with you. Oh no, her face is getting even more like blank. Yeah, this really doesn't make any sense. Oh, John, are you gonna cry? Better not and realise how pathetic you are. His positive mood was completely gone. He knew he should check on how Lizzie was taking the mocking. But it was the most he could do not to fall into the mire of self-hatred. As always, he felt like he should be stronger than this. Less emotionally fragile. And that just added to his self-hatred. I feel like something's about to happen. If it had been anyone else, he might have crashed completely. But he knew these guys. And he was at least familiar with their attitudes. John pulled himself together and faked smile at them. Sounds like sour grapes to me. You all have fun with each other, okay? Come on, Lizzie, let's get out of here. John considered taking Lizzie's hand and pulling her away, but worried about how she would react. After a moment of hesitation, it was too late. Oh no. Oh no. Listen here, piece of... That one, Lizzie stepped past John directly into the classmate's face. He caught a glimpse of her, and she seemed strangely focused. Then he could see only the back of her head. John is a good person. She's practically humping you. You shouldn't say unkind things about good people. The voice sounded sweet, but his classmate took several steps back. John was suddenly very grateful that he couldn't see her face. I've had such a nice day. I hope you all have a nice day too. Screw this. We're out. They scrambled, just barely slow enough that they weren't running away. Lizzie stayed exactly where she had been standing, entirely still. John wanted to say something, but his mouth was too dry. We got, if I chose the Yanderquill, would she have just straight up killed them? Would she have just killed them if I chose the Yanderquill? Let's keep going, okay, John? Sure. They hadn't gotten far before John realised that he couldn't follow up on that. He had pulled himself together long enough to walk away. Now he had nothing left. It was all too much. He wasn't usually outside and in public this much. And though being with Lizzie wasn't bad, he wasn't stable enough for this interaction. John, are you okay? I'm tired. I think you need to go home. Something wrong? Did I do something wrong? He could hear the tremor in her voice. He knew she needed affirmation. How you pronounce it? But the apathy was choking him to death. He had no energy for anyone else. No energy for anything but getting back home, curling up and wishing he was dead. Somehow he said goodbye, found the bus, got all the way back home. The events passed like he was suffocating in gouts. The world around him just too unreal to have any effect. Maybe he should have reassured Lizzie. It didn't matter. He was an idiot for thinking he can help her. Nothing he did mattered. Sunday was a miserable slog. For every second, John gave up on accomplishing anything whatsoever and just laid in bed, feeling worse about himself. He fell asleep early and woke up in early morning, not feeling better. That was impossible after a day wallowing in himself. Suddenly his energy was back. He needed it because he hadn't accomplished anything he needed to over the weekend. He set to work feverishly on Monday's homework. I'll be ending the stream in like 20 minutes, so I will find out then. By the time he needed to go to school, his eyes were gritty and his good mood was gone. He was ready, high functioning. John sighed and headed to school. Oh, is Me6 being an edgy teenager again? Morning, John. You alright, Lizzie? I spent yesterday thinking. I have come to some conclusions. What'd you conclude? Such a long time. The most I could imagine was being near you, talking to you, but now I see that's not enough. You have to be protected. I have to do it. Wolfie, show no mercy on the server. What they said to you made me so angry. I wanted to kill them. Then you'd be safe. Wait, you didn't. No, I didn't. No, it's fine. I'm just glad you're actually in the stream. That you can be lurking, you can be talking. I appreciate everybody in the stream. It's because you have to be protected from me too. What? I took the medicine. I see things differently. I don't like it. I understand better now. Not a meme poster, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while on my streams. I'm glad you can make it anyway. I don't want you to be afraid of me, John. I'll protect you, no matter what. It seems sad, but so sincere. What was he supposed to say to something like that? You don't need to say anything. Don't worry. She reading our minds? I'll protect you. That's all I can do. I had a really good time on Saturday. I mean it. I'm glad to see you happy too. John is so kind. Too kind. I'll see you later. She rushed away too quickly, leaving John completely uncertain what to think. In some ways, she seemed more stable, yet she wasn't a complete comfort. Too kind. Lizzie was still carrying her knife. Of course. On Tuesday, John and Lizzie ate lunch together as if everything was normal. And in some bizarre way, it really was. Perhaps due to the medication, he seemed so much more stable than before. He was sweet and kind at all times, always considerate and affectionate. Yet there was the occasional moment when she saw a hint of something feral in her eyes. Worried about what she would be capable of, she thought it was necessary. But all in all, John was happier than he had been in a long time. His classmates even stopped messing with him about Lizzie. But he wasn't sure if that was because she seemed normal or because they were afraid of her. Probably because they were afraid of her. I mean, Yanderes can be very, very crazy. You guys should know all too well. Yet he wasn't, not really. He had a hard time believing that anyone could really love him. Yet it seemed that Lizzie truly did. If anything, worried that he could never love her back that intensely. He had an appointment scheduled with Mrs. Smith on Wednesday. Yet for once when he walked into her office, he didn't feel like he desperately needed it. Ready for your session today, John? Actually, I'm feeling really good. Maybe we should skip today's. You should know better than that. If you stop the treatment that's making you feel better, you might have another relapse. Lizzie is in the flower pot. Yeah, must be in that flower pot right there. With her knife in her hand. Don't be sorry, just lie down and take a load off. See what you've been doing lately. Well, I'm okay, I guess. That's better than most weeks, so it sure looks like you're making progress. By the way, I've seen you pass with a girl. Are you two dating? Yes, we're dating. That's probably good for you. You need more relationships, but I have to ask. Who have you been, intimate? No. They have not been intimate. Not yet, anyway. What? How can you ask that? I'm not asking you. That's a very serious question. But better not be leading up to give me a lecture about safe sex or abstinence or anything. But should I take that as a no? Yes, I mean, no. We haven't done anything like that. It's good to hear that you at least express an interest. Wojtek got back to me about erosipam, and it's still decades from viability, so we don't have a solid option for libido issues. We talk about something else, anything else. Sorry to make you uncomfortable, John. I do need to be concerned about your welfare in all respects. To that end, I need to ask one more question. Has the girl ever displayed any strange behaviour? Erratic tendencies? What kind of behaviour? Well, for example, fixations bordering on serious OCD, maybe violent tendencies, mood swings. I'm not sure how to answer that. No, just covering the bases. I can't believe you think that kind of thing about Lizzie. Mood swings, yeah. Not being rude, John, this is important. You see, I looked up that girl's records, and to my surprise, I actually knew her mother. It's all coming out now! You knew Lizzie's mother? Yes, Abby Doss took part in one of our early clinical trials. We were one of the women who had to be removed from the study when we learned that they had lied about being pregnant at the time. Plus, I thought she displayed addictive tendencies. I understand she began abusing prescription painkillers later in life too. The poor girl probably had a hard childhood. It does sound like a hard childhood. I just hope that girl turned out alright. Any drugs taken while someone in utero have permanent long-term impacts. So I'm glad the girl turned out normal. Yeah, normal. Yeah, normal. Moving on, you seem so much better. I assume the issue of emotional grayness took care of itself? Yeah, of course. Mrs. Smith seemed so positive. Didn't bring himself to tell the truth, because despite the general improvements in life, that aspect of it had not. Lizzie was a single spot of colour in this world. The rest was even greyer than before. The rest of this session passed in a grey blur. When it was over, John was in a strange mood. He felt a little better, but not much. Usually after therapy session, he flowed in empty tranquility. Now his mind was racing. He impatiently sat through his next class, but his mind was on what Miss said about Lizzie's mother. Could that be part of the reason for instability? I mean, it must be. What else could it be? Every period, John headed straight to the library and tried to look up past incidents. He tried to find information on Koitek's old trials. But when he eventually gave in and looked at the microfilm, he actually found some relevant articles. He knew that Lizzie had been born in 1972, so he was able to skim back to around the time she had been born. Wait. I didn't realise he was set back then. Well, how old is she now? 16, 15, 16? So, 1980 something in the game? Or is she just old, or is Lizzie older than what it says she is? Maybe Lizzie is a ghost. Lizzie is a phantom. And then, all at once, it was easy. There's a series of articles that took research from a boring whim. Something that had him on edge. I can't read today. That had him on the edge of his seat. Apparently before it was called Koitek. The company had been called Pharmavax. They rebranded after a series of drugs recall that had ruined their reputation. John sat back, unable to read any further. Is that really the explanation? It felt so cheap. It was easy to assume that Lizzie's mother had been involved in one of the recalled Pharmavax trials, and her unborn child must have suffered the consequences. Could that really have unbalanced Lizzie this way? If so, that meant this was no phase she was going through. If her early development had been altered, she was probably this way for life. Yet the second emotion he felt was anger. Anger that Mrs. Smith or anyone else could think Lizzie was some freak chemical accident. It was too much like the scorn that had been heaped on him for his depression. Whatever her problems, Lizzie was a person who deserved respect. Help or respect before anything else. He drifted through the rest of the day, still stewing over what he'd learned. At times, he almost convinced himself that this was a good thing. If drugs had unbalanced Lizzie, maybe they could balance her again. He'd almost imagine them together, helping each other, maybe even getting married and having kids. Although I added the having kids part in, as you can see. I think my voice is slowly going. In that moment, wait, what did I say? She passed him in the hallway, her eyes lit up, not in mere elation, with burning intensity. And in that moment, John knew he messed up. No, John was sure that Lizzie couldn't be cured. The question was, did he want her to be? Several days later, as they were leaving the school, Lizzie caught up with him, an odd look on her face. John, I'm so happy. Really? I've spent so long just watching you, imagining what it'd be like just to say hello. Hear you say my name, for you to look at me. That we can actually talk like this. It's like a dream. A wonderful dream I never want to end. I'm happy I met you too, Lizzie. This past week's been fun. Yeah. Exact odd luck. Smiles normally. Say, how is the Nilazine working out for you? No unpleasant side effects? It's wonderful. Thank you so much for giving it to me. Hoping to find you some more once this dose runs out. Some drugs you can renew week to week, but I don't know about this one. It could be a pain. Oh no, I wouldn't want you to go any trouble for me. It's helping, right? I want you to be able to have more if you want it. That's so sweet, but it's not necessary. It helped me understand our relationship clearly. I don't need it anymore. This wasn't to help your relationship, Lizzie. It's to help you not be a yandere. But John, we've been dating since you accepted my confession. We've only done normal things. I love being with you, every single moment, but can we do something more romantic? Oh, I think we're getting to the saucy parts right now. You might as well, people already thought of them as dating. And she seemed so sweet for so long. What was the worst that could happen? Please? We have a lot of options, considering we have all next week off. We don't have to wait that long. How about we plan something for Friday night? I don't have a car to pick you up. I can take you to a nice restaurant. Yes. Babies. Good then. It's a plan. Friday. Please don't start singing that horrible Rebecca Black song. She would still have to wait a day or two of medication left on Friday. I don't figure she would stay stable. Maybe the date would leave her happy enough that she'd change her mind about staying on her meds. It's confirmed that Lizzie is actually Rebecca Black. That's where the song came from. Her obsession with John caused her to write the song Friday. Right, so there's 5 minutes left of the stream. Pretty much 5 minutes. Whoa, there's flashing lights outside. What's happening? I think a police car and ambulance just went past my house. Like in a hurry. So something's going down. Somewhere. I mean, it could be a nice place. Wow, John, this place is so nice. Oh, I gotta hide. They're not gonna get me that easy. I'll fight them off. Not getting me that easy. Swing my sword at them, and they won't come near me. As nice a place as they'll let any high school take the baby. I'm not into kidnapping. Saying. It's a nice place to let high school kids in with only a few days for reservations anyway. When I asked for a romantic place, I never dreamed it would be this romantic. I'm not dressed up enough for this. This is the kind of place you take someone to propose. Your friends always look at me like, who do you force the Bible of Natsuki on? You usually try and force it on me, but I always refuse. I have no children. I can't even look after myself. What makes you think I can look after anything else or anyone else? That's why I don't have any pets. Just to be clear, I'm not going to propose. I know that, silly. I'm just really happy it's so romantic. John could only hope that the place would be nice. All he knew about was that his parents said it was nice back when they were together. They entered and Lizzie was delighted by everything. The decor, the menu, the lighting, the food. Or maybe she was just really delighted with the one thing. the event itself. Fortunately, the staff seemed to find her adorable instead of disturbing. So John found himself relaxing. Even when they were just chatting idly, Lizzie was nice to be around. Midway through the meal, he realized that Lizzie was resting her hand on the table. She wasn't necessarily inviting it, but if she stretched. But if he stretched, he thought he could put his hand on top of hers. Take a hand. Lizzie's eyes went wide when he touched her, for a moment, staring as if she couldn't believe it. But for a moment, she gave him a brilliant smile and laced her fingers through his. Okay, he hadn't meant to do that, but John decided he could awkwardly hold her hand while they ate. That certainly seemed to be Lizzie's intention. She actually wasn't getting a lot eaten since she didn't talk with her mouth full and listened raptly whenever he talked. But at least she seemed to be having fun. After a while, Lizzie patted at her mouth with a napkin in a sigh of satisfaction. She didn't let go of his hand though. It's my hand now, John. Never getting this hand back. That was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it was really good. Not the food, the date. Oh, but I've made you talk so much. I haven't gotten to eat very much. That's okay. No, be quiet. I'll be quiet and watch you while you eat. Oh, I hate when people watch me eating. It's awkward. So Lizzie, how about you tell me where you live? Oh, it isn't too special, just a house. Do you live with someone? I know not your parents, but some other relative? No, it's just me. Abby inherited the house, I think, and she didn't manage to sell it off when things got bad. Abby? How have you gotten banned from Club Penguin rewritten? And for some reason you like when someone sings to you. I mean, I bet if it was that rubbish GDLC song, you would like it. Although I will not be singing that song. My mother, she was an awful woman. I don't want to talk about her. It's a nice enough house, I suppose. Abby wrecked a lot of it. But I've been able to repair it with money from James. Who's James? I guess, but he never cared enough to meet me. Abby always complained about him, and the checks don't always come. No, that song is not allowed in this channel. I'm going to get past this date and then I'm going to end the stream for today. I don't want to talk about that. It's all horrible, isn't it? People who don't even pretend to be in love tear into each other. That's not what I want. Not at all. When I fell in love with you, I knew it would last forever. Wouldn't it be nice for us to get a house together? Maybe even build one? Oh, so many choices. I cannot decide. But I want to live in something we chose together, not something we inherit. Some place we want to live together, forever. Give me a big house, big enough they can have lots of nice windows. Also a room inside where no one can see us, and maybe a fountain. Never seen a yandere wear button shirts? Well, there you go. First time for everything. Lizzie giggled and squirmed in her seat as if she couldn't contain herself. Her fingers in his gripped so tightly they almost hurt. Now I'm just saying things. None of these things really matter. The only thing in that house that I'll care about is you. It was the longest he had yet gotten her to talk about herself or her goals. And while he was still pretty focused on him, he didn't mind hearing the details. It's a very nice image, Lizzie. I'm glad you think so. And finish your food. This has been wonderful. Can we go now? Can we? Only slightly worrying about what she was thinking. John paid the bill, trying not to wince, and then they left the restaurant. Then they got to the bus, and Lizzie never let go of his hand the entire time. You wanted to kill someone. Honestly, same. I think we would have seen us kill someone if we chose the other, like, prescription drugs. What is it? The YANDERES. I think that's what it was called. YANDERES, that's the one. I think she would have killed those classmates if she took YANDERES. Yes, it does feel so nice. Will you enjoy tonight? Wait, she wouldn't. I did. It's not often I hear you talk about things you want, other than me. It felt ridiculous to say that, but some kind of boast. Oh, so Mike picked YANDERES. I don't know when she'll kill someone. I've always wanted to know everything about you, John. I'm glad you want to know about me. John, would you like me less if I stopped taking the medicine? Damn, what was he supposed to say to that? John desperately racked his brain for a good answer. I like you, Lizzie. I like the person you really are. Is the person you are now the person you really are? What do you mean? I mean, when I get depressed, I don't feel like myself. Medicine might change me, but it's just to change me back to myself. But it's not who you naturally are. Does that matter? I mean, you get to choose who we are. Otherwise, we're not really people, just animals. So, who are you, Lizzie? You seem like a nice person now they've gotten to know you. Is this not who you want to be? Did you feel better before taking the medicine? Will you like me tonight? Tonight was wonderful. I'm not suggesting I didn't like you before. Silly John. Don't worry about it. I love you no matter what. Now, would you like to see my house? John froze, not sure how to take the question. Then again, Lizzie had already seen his house. Maybe she just wanted to open up. Alright, I'm skipping all that. Sure, Lizzie, I'd love to see it. I'm sure you will. Absolutely sure. Plan to take Lizzie to a stop, just to be gentlemanly. But John found himself getting off the same place. In the end, she led him to a small house. It was a cozy little thing, much warmer and more pleasant than he'd expected. Here it is. It's cozy. You don't need to flatter my house, silly. All that matters is that we'll be there. This is downstairs. There is actually a basement in the house. That can only mean one thing. There's probably a dead body down there. There's probably skeletons in their basement. I wouldn't be surprised. Your rooms looked as they'd not been used, or whatever. I forgot I even had that. Lizzie didn't seem to care, but John was curious enough to pick up the frame and look closer. He was surprised to find his hand immediately coated in dust. That had to be years of dust. How could Lizzie have lived here for so long and never even disturbed the picture sitting on the table like this? I don't know if it'll be the classmates. It'll probably be the mother. Maybe. Yeah, the mother is definitely dead. We know that has been confirmed a few times so far. John, you shouldn't be sad. Our house wouldn't have anything like this in it. No, I was just, don't worry. I want to be around you every second of every day. Or forever. But I know that wouldn't work when we grow up. I can get a job. I'm good at lots of things. It'll be sad being apart, but we can call each other at work. And say each other things. When we get home, see each other again after so long. It feels so good. Her picture of the future actually sounded nice. He lifted a little of the clouds in his head. He couldn't find a way to put that into words, so he said nothing. Undeterred, Lizzie encouraged him into the living room. and pushed him down onto the large couch. It hadn't seen much use. Oh, it's going to get a lot of use tonight, I imagine. You say okay and give me a moment to change. It's definitely going to get some use out of this now. John saw him stay here where he was. He didn't have a lot of experience. He heard his friends talk about their exploits. He thought a lot of it was lies, but there was something what they said. If Lizzie really came out wearing lingerie or something else crazy, he didn't know what he would do. He honestly didn't. Apart from they'd been asleep for a long time. I liked that idea, fantasized about what might happen. Another part of him was incredibly nervous to even consider the idea of being closer to her. Come on, Lizzie, come out. I'm curious too, to be fair. I'm curious. Nastiest part of the house seemed to be the remnants of Lizzie's mother. At least he didn't think Lizzie would be in cheap little glass figurines. Why do we move rooms? I don't want to be in this room. Where's the couch gone? Oh, spooky music. This one featured Lizzie as a child, sitting on her mother's lap. It struck him so strongly that he immediately went to look at it more carefully, not caring that his hands got even dustier. Lizzie's mother was glowing and obviously proud of her daughter, while Lizzie ignored her entirely. No, not just ignored her, there was just a flat emptiness to her eyes, as if they weren't even related. It didn't seem to stop her mother in the picture. Oh, the creepy music is back. Oh, press the wrong button, that came up. Come on, Lizzie. Where are you, Lizzie? I'm disappointed. Disappointed! I'm also disappointed, John. Don't worry. Wasn't lingerie, but he didn't mind seeing her dressed casually either. Lizzie smiled at his expression and came to sit beside him on the couch. Yeah, she just wore the same thing, pretty much. Wait, what happened with the underquill? Am I gonna have to watch Mike's videos on this game until we get to this part? She actually came back with an axe? Jeez. Yeah, I'm just being silly. They're really uncomfortable though. I like when you look at me, whether I'm trying to be beautiful or not. It makes me happy. He stood close to her, apparently unaware of how much her body was touching his. No, he was probably even more aware than he was. You make me happy. I'm glad I'm with you too, Lizzie. I'm so glad to hear you say that. I want you to stay here tonight. You mean with me? Together, together, together. As the night took a sharp turn, John did his best not to panic. He had thought the date would actually go there, much less in an obsessive way. John? Sleep. We have to. We have to. It would be a crime not to sleep with Lizzie, to be fair. Okay, I'll stay with you. Oh, John. Lizzie leaned even closer, kissing him gently. For the first time in a very long time. Wait, when did they kiss before? I don't remember them kissing before, because it said, for the first time in a very long time, which states that they kissed before. Did they kiss anyone in the game? Or are they just childhood friends that John just doesn't remember, but Lizzie does? Damn, my voice cracked very badly then. Are they childhood friends? That's my question. They have to be. She'll sleep with the knife collection. Give her the underquill. I'm glad I didn't give her the underquill. No, it says here though. Lizzie leaned in even closer, kissing him gently for the first time in a very long time. Oh, I see it. Just me being stupid. I was confused there, like really confused. Oh, everything is getting, she slid one of her legs over his, climbing into his lap, wrapping her arms around his head to deepen the kiss. A moan of pure satisfaction escaped her lips, resonating through him. You want this, don't you? Oh, talk dirty to me, Lizzie. A moan of pure satisfaction. God, Lizzie, don't stop. Oh, this is getting really weird now. This is not safe for YouTube, but it has to be done. Oh my God, this is an amazing visual novel. Much better than DDLC. Saying that now. But she did, going still and holding his face with both hands. So they met her eyes. He shivered as he saw the unfettered desire in her unblinking eyes. I want you, John, but I want all of you, every last bit. I need to know you want this. Oh my God. My eyes are just tearing up because of how amusing this is. Lizzie, I never met anyone like you before. I won't lie and say everything has been easy, but you're one of the only things that brings colour to my life. Amusing. Word choice. It's on point, yes. It is on point. But it's accurate to say that my eyes are pretty much tearing up because this is just hilarious. Yes, she is the only thing with colour. I'm not trying to be racist. I still can't quite believe you want someone like me, but if you really do, I want you so badly. She responded with a kiss of searing intensity. Then he pulled back and began tugging at her clothes. When I'm done, then I'll be able to doubt it again. God, I feel dirty reading this. I feel like I'm reading some sort of weird fan fiction. Lizzie drew him on the couch and caught him in another kiss. And for the time, they lost themselves in each other. Ah, I found you. That was amazing. It's so good. I remember this moment forever. But now we didn't... Oh no, what's that noise? I think my door's being kicked down by the FBI. Oh no, we didn't buy a condom or anything. You could get Shh. He silenced him with a kiss, less intense than before, but still enough to take his breath away. We don't need to worry about that. I have a IUD. Back off, FBI. I didn't do anything wrong. What's an IUD anyway? I have no idea. A what? Doesn't matter. What it means is that we can't get pregnant unless we want to. Okay. Is it as good as a condom? No condoms. I need to feel you. No condoms. I needed to feel you. Feel you completely. Utterly. Absolutely. After a moment, he decided that he would have to trust her. He had trusted her this far after all. John wrapped his arms around her. He held her close. They were sweaty and sticky, but Lizzie obviously didn't care. And with her resting against him so peacefully, neither did he. I think this is where we're going to end this for today. This is where we're going to leave this for today. A good cliffhanger. I need to make sure it has actually saved to the point we got to. Yes, it worked. What's that iDubbbz meme? You have to call for backup? Now, there's one thing I want to look at first. iDubbbz. What's that mean? What's that mean? Nah, it's not. I can't find it. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream. Thank you all for watching. We will definitely carry on with this because this has been amazing. Yeah, it was in the diss track. But yeah, thank you all for joining. How many subscribers are we on now? Have we gained any? We gained 1 subscriber this stream. So whoever subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to join my Discord, link in the description down below. And I have to say something as well. It's kind of an announcement. Oh, let's go to this music. That's annoying. Yeah, Chloe donated. Yeah, if you guys want to stream or stream like I do, I use Streamlabs OBS, and I am sponsored by Streamlabs. So in the description down below, if you want to get into like recording or streaming, then you can download it from the link in the description. Yeah, self-promotion. I'm allowed to. This is my stream. I'm allowed to self-promote. So yeah, if you want to record, use the link in the description down below, the bottom one. Download it. It helps me out as well, actually. Built in the computer. It's what built in the computer? And I have... let's see how many games I got. I have 245 games. But I am game sharing with Bijou Mike. As you can see, Bijou Mike's games. No, you don't need a camera. Because if you don't use webcam, all you will see is this. Just your computer screen. It's amazing. But yeah, self-promotion over. Check out the links in the description. I have video in the description as well. And I will see you all next stream. Bye, everyone.